It doesn't matter if we're 5-on-5 or 3-on-3, whether you're guarding the basketball or you're guarding off ball, all of you.
Now it's in. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Thompson.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And now Washington's starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Oladipo. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Hachimura in at the four-man position. And for the Grizzlies, Thompson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Ball, the pass to Thompson. Off target with his 3. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Well, nobody gets hot in the NBA quite like Klay Thompson, Smitty. He is something else. Wow.
Players can get hot, Kevin, but when Klay gets hot, every shot falls in. The records he set with made threes in a game, 37 points in a quarter, 60 points in 3 quarters. When he gets rolling, it's a treat to watch.
And the Wizards with possession, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Oladipo. And Washington again with the bucket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Nice D from Oladipo.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Curry finds Thompson. Memphis moving it around. Four on the shot clock. That one's off. Still out of sync. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Stolen by Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. Memphis shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And both free throws good for Anthony. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Hachimura. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ball, the pass to Adams. Thompson outside, over Millsap. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Ball. Thompson's got 5.
Nice play call. You know Klay's deadly in the catch-and-shoot game. Get him the rock.
Here's Westbrook. And Adams sends it back. And they get it back. And yes, it's good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball, the pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. And Adams with the slam.
About the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. It's Oladipo on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Oladipo's got his second basket of the game.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And so it's Washington, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Tristan Thompson is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Oladipo in at the 2-guard spot.
There's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. You know what, Greg, you're right thinking back to Thompson. He had his early struggles at the rim.
And that's a distant memory for Clay now. I mean, he's dunking more often and with more force when he goes at the rim. It has made him an even more complete shooting guard.
Fires from the line. Shots good by Anthony.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Oladipo outside, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Thompson passes to Hachimura.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Pass the ball. Outside Curry. Passes it to Adams. Just 5 on the clock. Over Westbrook. Adams' shot is off. Washington leading now by 7. 1:29 left in the first half. Here's Westbrook. And another miss by Washington. And so Curry will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. The dish now to Ball. Just his first attempt. Misses off the right iron.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Westbrook. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Westbrook's got 9 points.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Ball dishes to Thompson. Hachimura grabs the miss. The Wizards with the lead. He kicks to Westbrook. Oladipo against Curry. And the pass to Thompson. Right side Millsap. For 3, Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. That one goes. Count it. Millsap's got the lead up to 11 now for Washington.
Paul Millsap, not the biggest, but he can get up and down.
And so it's Washington. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, everybody. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by... Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got ball. Anthony is out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Curry. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Curry kicks the ball. Pass to Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Wizards leading by 8. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hachimura, a 3-pointer, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
Now, here's Ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Thompson against Thompson. Clock at 6. Anthony trying to get open. They get it again. It's good.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Hachimura. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Ball. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. For 3, Westbrook. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
1:30 left in the third quarter. Anthony taking his time here. Thompson outside. Over Thompson. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Thompson.
And this is something Clay has worked on, creating for himself off the bounce.
Oladipo, the pass to Millsap. Good work there as it goes.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Adams following the basket by Paul Millsap. Adams finds Curry. At the top of the key, Thompson. 4 on the clock. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Oladipo dishes to Thompson. Passes to Westbrook. Ball with the rebound.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Curry can't get it to go. Anthony against Oladipo. Kicks it to Thompson. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And so it's the Washington Wizards. 13 points up at the end of the period. All around, it's hard to point to any one area where they haven't had the upper hand in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So the Wizards 5 right now. Hachimura out there with Thompson. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
And here's Westbrook after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Thompson kicks to Oladipo. And he banks in the layup. And the Wizards lead by 14.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Millsap misses.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now here's Westbrook. Over Anthony. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Curry passes the ball. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Westbrook. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And both free throws good for Westbrook. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Now Anthony. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got 6 points in the quarter. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Westbrook, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Back to Anthony. With the second effort, a beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. And Adams sends it back. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. it's the Grizzlies with the ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups. With the game on the line, who better to turn to than Thompson for a big shot? A clutch performer who lives for the big moment.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 7. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
$19 seconds left in the game. It's money from deep.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
This is when they need it the most, so they're so close to evening this game up.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Ball's knocked loose, and now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
Ball kicks to Curry for the 3. Washington with the rebound.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it.
David, thank you as always. That's it, folks. The NBA.